Hey fabulous creators, welcome back to Not Kisses. Today I've got a little sunshine in yarn form introducing my current crochet crush, the mustard fan bralette. I know you're dying to make one, so stick around for the magic to unfold, but first let's flaunt this beauty because why not? For this tutorial you'll need chunky 4-ply yarn, 3.5mm crochet hook, dunny needle and scissors. I've crafted one cup already and here's a sneak peek. I'm about to guide you through creating and customizing it to fit you perfectly. Just a little tip for that flawless fit. Make sure to try it on as we go. Let's dive into the creation process and tailor it to your unique size. We are going to begin by making a slip knot. Grab your yarn and wrap it around your finger twice. Then take the first loop and place it over the second loop. Then take the second loop and place it over the loop which was the first one originally and tighten that knot. Grab your crochet hook and insert it in the knot. Pull the short tail to tighten. Let's start by creating a foundation chain. Yarn over, bring the working yarn over the hook from back to front. Pull through the slip knot. This creates a new loop. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop to form another chain. You're going to create a series of chains that, when fitted to your body, spans from under your bust to your nipple. Once you've created your chains, we're going to go into the second chain from the hook and make a single crochet. Insert your hook into the second chain. Pull the yarn through the chain. You should have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. Insert your hook in the next chain. Pull the yarn through the chain. You should have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the 2 loops. In every chain, you're going to make 1 single crochet until the end of this row. I'll meet you there. Next row, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, go into the first stitch and make a single crochet. Go into the next stitch and make a single crochet. You're going to make 1 single crochet in every stitch until the end of this row. I'll meet you at the end. After you've made your last single crochet in this row, in the same stitch, you're going to create 3 additional single crochets. Now I'm working on the opposite direction. In the first stitch of the opposite direction, make a single crochet. And then you're going to make 1 single crochet in every stitch until the end of this row. Not counting the 3 single crochets at the top, on both sides I have 9 stitches. Next row, you're going to turn your work and chain 1. The chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. Insert a single crochet in the first stitch from the previous row. I'll single crochet in each stitch until I reach the 10th stitch. At the 11th stitch, which marks the center, I'm going to make 3 single crochets. That's my third one. Following, on the opposite direction, I'm going to create 1 single crochet in every stitch until the end of this row. Next row, you're going to chain 1. Remember, the chain 1 doesn't count as our first stitch. Following, you're going to turn your work, and in the first stitch from the previous row, you're going to create a single crochet. Go into the next stitch and make a single crochet. Make 1 single crochet in each stitch till the 11th stitch, and then we're going to increase on the 12th stitch. At the 12th stitch, which marks the center, I'm going to make 3 single crochets. That's my third one. Then I'm going to go down the row on the opposite side and make 1 single crochet in every stitch. Feel free to add more rows if you'd like to make it larger. Chain 1 and cut off your yarn. We are now going to be making the strap, so I'll insert my crochet hook at the topmost stitch. Then you're going to make a slip knot and attach your yarn to your hook. For my next strap, I'm going to chain 100, but make as many chains as you'd like. Once finished, cut off your yarn and replicate another bra cup identical to this one. This is what you should have so far. We are now going to be working on the bottom part of the top. You're going to make a slip knot and make a foundation chain. Once I made 80 chains, I blocked off my 80th chain and added 3 more chains, which counted as my first double crochet. You're going to go into the 4th stitch from the hook and make a double crochet. Go into the next stitch and make a double crochet. You're going to make 1 double crochet in every chain until the end of this row. So I'll meet you right here. I've reached the end of the row and I have 1 more chain left. So I'm going to create a double crochet in my last chain. Next row, I'm going to chain 1. The chain 1 doesn't count as my first stitch. So I'm going to go into the first stitch of the previous row and make a single crochet. Following, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, then you're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th stitch make a single crochet. Next, you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to skip 3 stitches and make a single crochet in the 4th stitch. Chain 3, skip 3 stitches and make a single crochet in the 4th stitch. You're going to repeat this pattern of chaining 3, skipping 3 stitches, making a single crochet in the 4th stitch until the end of the row. I'll meet you here. I've reached the end of the row and I'm going to make my final stitches. If you made the number of chains that I listed, you're going to end the row perfectly. Next row, you're going to chain 3, and the chain 3 counts as our first stitch. Then you're going to turn your work and you're going to make one more additional chain. In the first loop that you created below, you're going to go into it with a single crochet. You can either go under it or you can go into that middle chain of the chain 3, whichever is fine. Following, you're going to chain 3, and after you've chained 3, you're going to go into the next loop and make a single crochet. You can go under it or find the chain in the middle and make a single crochet, whichever is fine, okay? Following, in the next loop, you're going to prepare for a double crochet. Just like that. Then you're going to go into the same loop and make 7 more double crochets. So in that loop, you're going to have 8 double crochets. That's my second one, and I'm going to be making 8 double crochets in that loop. After you've made your 8 double crochets in the previous loop, you're going to go into the next loop and make a single crochet. In each of the following 4 loops below, you're going to chain 3 and make a single crochet in the middle of the loops. You're then going to go into the next loop and make 8 double crochets. I finished my last fan and I have 2 loops left. I'm going to go directly into the second last loop and make a single crochet. Then I'm going to chain 3. and I want to match what I did at the beginning. I'm going to make a single crochet in that loop. Why am I preparing for a double crochet? No, I'm going to make a single crochet in that loop. I was so confused over here. But in that loop, make a single crochet. I was trying to figure out what I was doing. So make a single crochet, and then you're going to chain one, and then where we put the stitch marker, we're going to go into that stitch and make a double crochet. Because remember, when we started this row, we made 3 chains, and then which counted as our first stitch, and then we made an additional chain, then we made a single crochet on the first loop. So I've matched what I did at the beginning. To begin the next row, you're going to chain one. The chain one doesn't count as our first stitch. Then we're going to go into the first stitch from the previous row, that first stitch, and make a single crochet, just like that. Then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to go into the next loop and make a single crochet. Following, you're going to make a chain of 1, and in the fan, you're going to go into the fan, the first double crochet of the fan, and you're going to create a double crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and go into the next double crochet from the previous row and make a double crochet. So that's the pattern in the fan. You're going to chain 1 and go into the double crochet from the previous row and make a double crochet on top. So that's the pattern. You're going to have 8 double crochets separated by a chain 1. Once you're done with your 8 double crochets, chain 1 and go into the next loop and make a single crochet. Following, you're going to chain 3 and make a single crochet in the next loop. Then you're going to chain 3 and make a single crochet in the next loop. Then you're going to chain 1 and go into the first double crochet of the fan and make a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. Chain 1, go into the second double crochet of the fan and make a double crochet. So repeat that pattern. You're going to count the third chain. Remember the chain 3 counted as our first stitch from the previous row, and go into that third chain and make a single crochet. To begin the next row, you're going to chain 3. The chain 3 counts as our first stitch. You could say it's like a double crochet. Then chain 1 and turn your work. You're going to go into the first loop and create a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and go into the first double crochet of the fan and make a double crochet. So the first double crochet of the fan, make a double crochet on top of it. Then in the chain 1 space, you're going to make a double crochet. In the next stitch, which is a double crochet, make a double crochet. Then in the chain 1 space, make a double crochet. So that is the pattern. You're going to make a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row, and also you're going to be placing a double crochet on the chain 1 space. You should have 15 double crochets after you're done with the fan. After you're done with the fan, chain 1 and go into the next loop and create a single crochet. Then you are going to chain 3 and go into the next loop and create a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and repeat what you've done on the other fan. Next row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. The chain 1 doesn't count as our first stitch, so in the first stitch from the previous row, you're going to make a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1 and go into the first double crochet in the fan and create a double crochet. Then you're going to chain 2 and you're going to skip 1 stitch from the previous row and go into the next stitch and make a double crochet. You're going to chain 2, skip the next stitch and go into the next stitch and make a double crochet. That will be the pattern until the end of the fan. You're going to chain 1. You should have 1 loop remaining in the middle of the fan. Make a single crochet, chain 1 and go into the first double crochet of the next fan and make a double crochet and repeat the pattern. You're going to chain 2, skip 1 stitch and go into the next stitch and make a double crochet. To begin the next row, you're going to chain 3, then you're going to turn your work and you're going to place a slip stitch in the first double crochet of the fan. Then in between the double crochets, you're going to place a slip stitch, then you're going to chain 3, then you're going to place another slip stitch in between the double crochets. So you're going to go into the next space of double crochets and make a slip stitch, then chain 3 and make another slip stitch. So you're going to repeat that all throughout the fan and throughout this row. I've finished making the loops on the first fan and this is how it looks like. At this point, the fans in the middle are separated by a chain, a single crochet and a chain. So in the first chain, I'm going to make a slip stitch and then chain 3, then go into that second chain, skip the single crochet and make a slip stitch. Then you're going to go into the next fan and between the double crochets, you're going to make a slip stitch. Then you're going to chain 3 and make another slip stitch in between the double crochets. You repeat this pattern until the end of the row. I'm now going to be making the back strap. Insert your crochet hook in the third stitch from the edge. After you've attached, go into the next 2 stitches and make slip stitches. Then I'm going to chain 150, but you can make as many chains as you would like. After you're done making your chains, you're going to cut off your yarn and repeat what you've done on this side on the other side. We are now going to be attaching the bra caps to the bottom part of our top. I located the central stitch at the top part of the bottom part of the top, and since I had 81 stitches, my central stitch was stitch number 41. Grab one of your bra caps and make sure that the right sides are facing each other. I attached my cap 2 stitches from where I put my stitch marker. Like and subscribe to let me know you want more videos like this one, and follow me on social media at Not Kisses.